Iron and water. There are two things that are close friends, namely iron and water. Iron is often proud of himself. He often boasts to his friends, "Look at me, I am strong and tough. I'm not like you who are weak and soft." The water was just silent hearing his friend's behavior. One day the iron challenged the water and raced to penetrate a cave and overcome all the obstacles that were there. The rule: whoever can pass through the cave safely without getting hurt, then he is declared victorious. Their first obstacle is that they have to go through the cave guards, namely hard and sharp stones. The iron began to show its strength. It crashed itself into the stones. But because of its hardness, the rocks began to crumble against him, and the iron was injured a lot here and there for fighting against the rocks. The water did its job. It dripped little by little against the rocks. He gently scraped the rocks so that the other rocks were not disturbed. It only makes holes as needed to pass, but doesn't damage anything else. Score water and iron 1-0 for this hurdle over water wins. Their second obstacle was that they had to go through various narrow gaps to reach the bottom of the cave. The iron transformed itself into a powerful drill bit, and it began to spin to penetrate the cracks. But the cracks are quite difficult to penetrate. The harder he twists the cracks, the more they break, but he also gets hurt more. The water casually changed itself to follow the shape of the cracks. It flows effortlessly, and because of its changeable shape, it can freely flow unharmed through the cracks. Score water and iron 2-0 for water wins. The third obstacle is that they must be able to pass through a valley and arrive outside the cave. Iron struggled to overcome this obstacle. He didn't know what to do, and finally he said to the water, "Our score is 2-0. I will acknowledge your greatness if you can overcome this final hurdle." The water immediately pulled. In fact, he also had difficulty overcoming this obstacle. But then the water let the sun help it to evaporate. It flies lightly into a cloud, then with the help of the wind that blows it across and condenses it, the water falls as rain. Water won a landslide victory over iron with a score of 3-0. The lesson we get from this is, make your life like water. Water can gain something by its gentleness without breaking or messing up. Little by little it moves, but it can penetrate the hard rocks. A person's heart can only be opened by tenderness and love, not by force and violence. Violence only breeds revenge, and coercion only creates a desire to defend oneself. Water always changes its shape according to its environment. It is flexible and not rigid because it can be accepted by its environment. And even though water encounters an impossibility to solve its problems, it does not rely on its own strength. So he experienced a miracle and was given the ability to turn himself into steam. Thank you for watching.